Hi, welcome to SBR Videos. I'm Peter Loshak. This is the Oddly Enough show that we do every week with SBR contributor Swingin Johnson. And of course, during NFL season, we just get Swingin's best bets for the upcoming NFL card. Some weeks are better than others. Swingin Johnson, thanks for being back with us.
Loshak, I am ready to do the deed after another 1-2 week where I got backdoored worse than Perez Hilton at a maximum security prison.
Really?
I am telling you, it is not the worst it could be, but it's pretty friggin' close. Let me tell you something. I am literally tearing my extensions out of my head.
Which game did you get backdoored on?
Well, we could talk about the Baltimore Ravens, who were up by, I guess, a touchdown or 6 points, laying 5.5, and the Bolts came back. And, of course, the Ravens went into that prevent defense that prevents you from winning, and they lost the game outright in the waning seconds of the game. And then, of course, we had under 43.5 in the Panthers-Vikings game, and they scored 44. So, what are you going to do?
I don't know. What are you going to do? I mean, backdoors are, though, part of the game and part of your handicapping process you have taken into consideration. Usually when you get backdoored, it means you did make a good bet. But sometimes backdoors are part of the, the distribution of results that puts you over 55%,
Well, you know what? That's a great way to look at it, because I do believe, as you do, that if you are going to get backdoored, it means your initial impression was right, although the results didn't pan out. So with that in mind, I've got 4 selections this week, and I'm ready to give them to you, baby.
All right. Well, hopefully you won't get rammed in the backdoor on any of these. What's your first selection for us this week?
Oh, I love that, Loshak. All right, we're going to go back to the well, the only fruitful well last week, which was over the posted total of 53 in that Pittsburgh Steelers Saints game, and that was a winner. And hopefully, it's going to do the same thing as they are on the road against the Bengals. Steelers have gone over the posted total in 5 of their last 6 games. The only reason this is a 2-unit play and not more is because the Bengals defense, quite honestly, has been playing very, very well. But if you look at their last 2 games where they have played very well, it was against less than prolific offenses like the Houston Texans and, of course, the Tampa Bay Bucs. But these 2 teams did meet just about a year ago. They combined for 50 points, and I am looking for similar results. So we're going over 47 for 2 units.
Okay, sounds good. What's your second pick, Swingin Johnson?
Okay, next one, we're going with the Texans versus the Jaguars. Now, I know, man, Texans -5, and, it is just such a square play. And I am searching for a reason to take the Jags at home. I mean, I really am. And I understand that they beat the Giants last week, which, the Jaguars ostensibly are better than 2 teams in the NFL, Giants and the Raiders. But, the Texans are a 6-6 team, and I think I think they're really good. I think they're better than their record, and I think the Jaguars still are pretty lousy. Texans 5-2 ATS over the last 7 road contests. And, they've got a real nice defense, while the Jags have a rather loathsome offense. They're 31st in points scored. I realize the Jags are playing better, and, they're kind of like that underdog kind of team that you kind of root for because they just suck so badly. Texans -5 for 3 units is the play here.
Okay, sounds, I haven't looked into that game too much either, but we will see. Maybe I'll wind up agreeing with you. What's your third game for us this week?
Well, the third game is my biggest game. It is a maximum play, a 5-unit job. So hold on to your hat, Loshak.
Okay.
All right. This is the Chiefs versus the Cardinals. I'm not a big believer in the Redbirds. I'm really not. I think their defense is fierce, but I think their offense leaves a lot to be desired. I think the Chiefs, the Chiefs have lost some pretty crazy games, but when you look at that Cardinals offense, they've only averaged 11.7 points per game over the last 3 games. I can't see them scoring a whole lot more than that against this Chiefs defense. Both teams have lost their last 2 straight up and against the number, but one is poised to return to form, and that team is going to be the Kansas City Chiefs, who possess the better quarterback in Alex Smith, and whose 25th ranked road run defense really isn't going to be tested, because the Cardinals are dead last in their rushing attack when playing at home. 2 good defenses, but one much better offense. Kansas City Chiefs +1.5 for 5 big freaking units.
Wow. All right. I still don't know what I think about that game. I did preview that game with Troy West, and I believe he took Arizona, unless my memory is incorrect. Yeah, it's a matter of who's going to bounce back, and you're pretty confident that KC. I feel a lot of confidence in your voice on that one, so you might be dead on with there. Maybe I'll tail it. What's your 5th game, or your 4th game, Swingin Johnson?
Okay, fourth game, 49ers versus Raiders, and the square and me rises to the top once again because I'm looking at this game in much the same way that I'm looking at the Texans versus the Jaguars, only here 49ers have just been, I don't know, they've been the most disappointing and underwhelming team in the league this year, even though they are 7-5 straight up and 6-6 against the number. Come to find out, Raiders 1-11, but 6-6 against the number as well. So squares, like me, have been, they've been betting against the Raiders, and with all those points, they've been 50-50. So again, this is kind of a tough play, but the more and more I think about it, I'm thinking to myself, man, oh man, I mean, how can the Raiders really compete with the Niners? You gotta believe that the Niners offense is going to explode at some point, and why not against the Raiders? The Raiders can't score. The Niners do have a good defense. How this game is not going to be, double-digit winner by the Niners. I know they're on the road, and you know what? God love you if you put all that stock in road dogs. I get it, but in this case, I gotta like the Niners. I'm going to lay 7. I'm going to buy a full point, so it's minus 130 for 4 units.
All right, Swingin. Well, I feel like I just got a message sent to me from the vibrations of the universe, and I'm predicting 2-2 for you this week.
All right, Loshak, as long as that maximum winner wins, baby, you're
Hopefully
okay.
You do better, though. All right, Swingin Johnson, thanks so much, and I will talk to you next week.
The SBR Network offers free sports picks and game breakdowns, big money free betting contests year-round, a real-time Vegas-style odds monitoring service, and much more. So come see for yourself. To stay updated on SBR news and promotions, follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Google+, and do be sure to subscribe to the Sportsbook Review YouTube channel to catch all our daily sports shows.